is never ending until the end. Make your money and lose it again. All I see is blues on the news, red or blue. It's not for you. The reward of heaven is the same old hell. East or west, who can tell? What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? What does it mean when it all comes down? When it all comes down, all comes down to you. It's the way you ask me how I am when I know that you don't care. It's the way you always talk to me with 1,000 miles away stare. It's the way you want me to eat your food when you see that I'm obese. It's the way you want me to drink your beer when you know it's killing me. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you? What does it mean when it all comes down? When it all comes down, all comes down to you.
Hello and good evening and welcome to Don't Stop the Music radio show. My name is Peggy Sue and I'm your host. And do not worry, you don't have to adjust your radio. I am losing my voice, so don't worry if it sounds a bit husky. That is me at the moment. I apologise. Now, the song you just heard there, What Does It Mean to You, is by my guest this evening. So I'd like to welcome back to the studio Paul Cann, because Paul actually took part in our 48-hour marathon. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing, apart from your voice?
Apart from my voice, which I don't have a sore throat or anything, it's just going. I feel good. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks.
Good. Now, that song there was What Does It Mean to You? So what is the song all about?
It's about the barrage of media that is just thrown at us daily, and that we're supposed to make sense of it. That there's so much good news, bad news, fake news, and we're being lied to constantly. I shouldn't say that. I should say misled in inverted commas by government officials.
This is your own opinion.
It is my own opinion, not the opinion of Swindon 105.5. Other opinions are available. But yeah, it was just basically a song about what the ordinary person in the street can make of all this stuff, and what can we believe? What do we make of all this? And the first verse was basically about after I saw a presidential debate back in 2019 between Biden and Trump, and they're both just yelling at each other at the same point, and Biden's telling Trump to shut up, and Trump just keeps going. The moderator's stuck in the middle and not doing anything. Yeah. And that's with a line, red or blue, it's not for you, because Republicans are red and Democrats are blue. And that applies here to Labour and Conservative.
It does.
when the Conservatives used to be popular. So yeah, that's what the first verse is about. The second verse was basically about how, you know, fake some people can be just in our everyday lives, and, you know, at work, in the pub, or wherever it may be, and you think, well, what's really going on here? That's basically what the song was all about. What do we make of all this?
Fair enough. Well, there you go. See, deep in already in the first song.
Yeah, I don't do simple songs, unfortunately. I try and make sense. Hopefully it makes sense to your listeners. But
now, you are a Swindonian.
I am.
But you moved away. You went to, is it Calgary?
Yes.
So how long were you there for?
I was there 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I moved in 2005. I came back almost 2 years ago now.
Wow, so you was over there for the lockdown as well?
Yes. Yes, that's been an interesting time for everybody. Yes.
So you were over in Calgary, and I think all these songs were recorded there, or maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yes, I found a studio in Calgary. I played most of the instruments.
Yeah, you're quite multi-talented in that way.
Well, I had to be, because I didn't know anybody, and even if I did, I couldn't afford to pay them. So yeah, I wrote, or rather, I played guitar. I've been playing guitar a long time, and I played bass in a jazz band when I was over there, and yeah, keyboards to sort of pick up a bit. I wouldn't call myself a piano player or pianist. They call it pianist for some reason. Yeah. But I kind of, you know, pick out various bits and pieces and learn a bit. And yeah, it was just me and the producer in his basement with his big mixing desk and instruments on the wall, and
wow,
just kind of, yes, wasted our time doing this up. No, we spent a lot of time, you know. I go in there and it was daylight, and I come out and it's pitch black, and the time just goes by so fast.
You just don't realise it, do you? When you're into something that you really enjoy, time does go fast.
It does.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, when you was over there, did you? Because you said the way you described the studio. Have you seen the film Michael yet?
No.
So there is a scene in there, literally, where there is a massive desk with all these knobs and sliders and everything, and all these buttons and everything. So when you described it, that's what came into my mind.
Okay.
was the scene that they had there from Michael. So yeah, that was a.
Well, when you said the film Michael, I was thinking of the one with John Travolta, where he's an angel.
Yeah, no. The current one about Michael Jackson.
We didn't dance to Cha-Cha Change or anything like that.
No, the Michael Jackson one.
Oh, that one.
Yes. It's called Michael. So.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I've heard of him. Wasn't he a singer, dancer?
Yeah, some of that, wasn't he? Yeah.
I don't know. I've heard him vaguely on some obscure radio station or something. Yeah, they're milking his legacy, aren't they?
To be fair,
again, that's my opinion with listeners. In case Michael Jackson's lawyers are listening.
Family lawyers.
Yes.
To be fair, it's actually a very good film, and it's from his early years, obviously within the Jackson 5, up to the album Bad. So for those who haven't seen it yet, spoiler, there's going to be a part 2. But that's all I'm going to say.
What a shock.
Exactly. But no, it was very good. It was very good how it was all put together. And yeah, there was things in there that even I didn't know. And yet I obviously grew up listening to him on the radio and seeing his videos on MTV. So yes.
Yeah, I was being a little bit facetious, but
I know you were.
I think there are some songs from every genre that I can pick out that I like.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's in particular was Human Nature.
Yeah.
That guitar work, that's when I realised the importance of scales.
Yes.
You know, when I was learning to play guitar, I'd have a manuscript of an album or a band, and I wouldn't look at the music. I couldn't read music then. I would just look at the little diagrams with the 6 lines.
Yeah.
And the dots where your
and the
fingers
dots where your
supposed to
finger.
go.
Yeah. I've seen those.
And I'd just just be playing that. When I heard Human Nature and how great that guitar work was over his vocal, I thought, yeah, that's why we learn scales.
Yes.
Or that got me into it, you know.
There you go. So of course you have a process, like you just said there, like when you couldn't read music, but now you saw the dots and stuff. And there's a lot of that actually available online as well for people who are still learning. So there is a process to the way that you've learnt guitar, and obviously how you've got started. So if you had any advice for people out there who were starting out, what would you give them?
But if you're going to write songs, what was a huge help for me was a thing called the modes, or church modes. So if I could just demonstrate.
Yes,
I have a guitar here.
Yes, look at that. I got a guitar. That was as if this was planned.
I never plan anything. It never goes to plan. But yeah, if we pick just a regular scale, like that was just individual notes, or arpeggios we call it. But when I started to realise what church modes are, you think, well, instead of just playing a chord like a scale like that, you can actually, if you put the notes on top of each note in the scale, the 3rd, 5th and 7th, then you get a chord, and it sounds like this. And back to the root again. So you have a selection of chords to choose from. So when you start to write songs, and if you don't know that, like I didn't for many years, you just sort of mess around with chords and it all sounds a bit quirky, and you just do whatever comes to mind, and it sounds rubbish. Mine did anyway. But this church modes or modes is basically a map that you can use, and you can just it's going to sound relatively melodic. So, for instance, those first few modes that I played, they got fancy names like Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, but that you can learn that later. The important thing is to know what they are, and it gives you the tools to be able to do something. Like those first 4 movements there. That is the beginning. You may remember, a song called Here, There and Everywhere by the Beatles.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Making each day of the year, arranging my life with and so on.
Yeah.
Those chords are the first 4 steps of the F scale.
Ah.
And that's when I started to look back at all those books, and instead of just looking at the diagrams with the dots where your fingers are supposed to go, I started to look at what the key signature is, and from there you can work out what chords you can use. And when I started to look at what the chords that they were using, it was that eureka moment. It's like, bing, that's how they do it. There's a bit more to it than that, but that was essentially the foundation for songwriting for me. And there's things like, if you also play the scale, like when I was playing jazz, in the jazz bass solo, it's usually in the Dorian mode, which is minor 7th scale, something like that. And from there, instead of learning solos note for note, which is what I was doing, I could actually, again, light bulb moment, if you know that scale up and down in different octaves, you can come up with your own. And that was that was a huge benefit for me. When I was learning jazz, I would go to jams in Calgary. This is because they like their jazz in Calgary, in Canada. And I would go to a jam, and I could play notes relatively fast, but I didn't know what I was doing. And you know, when it comes to my solo, it sounded complete rubbish. And you know, the drummer and the keys are looking at each other, thinking, who the hell's this guy? Get him off. And then that's when afterwards the keyboard player came over to me and said, I thought he was just going to say, take your bass, throw it on the bonfire, and don't ever come back. But he actually told me about the modes. He said, you know about these? And that's what I went away and learned and practiced, and that's basically where it came from.
Wow.
There's more to it than that. You know, you can borrow chords from other scales, like minor scales and things like that. But that is the foundation of it. So if anyone's listening out there and wrote songs as badly as I did, then give it a try. Just look it up on YouTube. There's lots of information on there, or anywhere online.
And that's the other thing as well, isn't it? There's quite a lot of songs that when you listen to them, it gives you the vibe of another song, which, because there are so many similar scales or similar notes to start things, like you said, a foundation, that, so the one that comes to mind obviously at the moment would have been the Ed Sheeran, where he got done for plagiarism because it started off the same, but it wasn't. He'd actually proven that he hadn't. He'd done it, but it was just that it's those foundations.
Yes. But I mean, it's so difficult to come up with something original now, because everything's been done.
Yeah, everything's been
back
covered.
To front, and it's hard not to plagiarise a rock and roll song, for instance, because they're using the same.
Oh my gosh, yes,
usually.
yeah, they are.
So it's difficult. But before then, when I was in my late teens, back in the 18th century. I learned classical music. I did classical guitar to grade 5, but they didn't cover anything like that, because they don't. In the classical world, you don't play chords so much, or you don't. You do scales, but obviously, there's no focus on chords. So even though I did that for many years, I was still sort of clueless of how to write a song. As my neighbours will testify.
Well, speaking of writing songs, we're going to play another one of yours next.
Oh, okay.
So this one's I'm Still in Love with You. So what's this one about?
Maybe I should tell you after, because it might spoil the listeners.
Oh, okay.
It's not, it's not going to be rude, and I'm not going to.
It's not a rude song, I can tell you that.
You're not going to get a call from Ofcom or anything. No.
So okay, we'll play it first.
Okay.
Here we go. This is I'm Still in Love with You.
Just when I thought I'd never fall again, there you are. That look, that smile, those eyes. I must be where you are. Always on my mind, whatever I do, wherever you go, I go there with you. I know it's wrong. I'm still in love with you. It's the same old song. I'm still in love with you. I know you don't care as I do. My heart, my soul, my life, it's all for you. Always on my mind, whatever I do, wherever you go, I go there with you. I know it's wrong, but I'm still in love with you. It's the same old song. I'm still in love with you.
Tuesday evenings, a chance to chill from 10, indie and alternative music, followed by an hour of mellow melodies and chat, taking you to the midnight hour. Melody Maker with Mike James on Swindon 105.5.
What's wrong with
Mike Ganley's Crooked Road, Americana, acoustic and roots music on Swindon 105.5, Thursday evening, 8 to 10. Listen again, 2 minutes past midnight on Wednesday. Listen on air, on digital radio in Swindon and Marlborough, online, on smart speakers, and on our station mobile app.
There are many ways you can contact the show this evening. You can text 07900 171 453. You can email studio@swindon1055.com, or if you're listening via the app or website, you can click on the Contact Us button in the top right hand corner, and that will email me directly here in the studio.
So you're listening to Don't Stop the Music radio show here on Swindon 105.5. I'm Peggy Sue and my guest is Paul Cann. And the song that took us into before those little jingles was I'm Still in Love with You. So there we go, we've now played it. Mm-hmm. So what's the story behind that one?
Well, it's when I was learning piano, I went on some lots of tutorials, and I learned these chord sequence that sounded really nice, and it sounded like a love song. So I attempted to write one, and it started off with the intention of making it seriously, but it turned out to be going off the rails. So it's the lyrics, they're actually about a stalker. So when they say things like I know it's wrong, I'm still in love with you, and wherever you go, I go there with you, it's kind of I have friends of mine that have heard it and think, oh, that's really nice, until I explain that it's not. It's actually going to end up in court. So yeah, that was the story behind it. But take it as you will. I mean, it's my kind of every breath you take. People still think that's a romantic song and have it played at their weddings and all that kind of stuff. But it's not. It's a song about.
It's about a stalker.
It is. Very much the same, similar subject matter.
It is indeed. Yeah.
So that's my
that's your
attempt to be Sting.
I was going to say that's your ode to Sting.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes. So yeah, that's the story behind it.
Ah. So for listeners who've obviously this is the first time they may have heard of you.
Probably.
So tell our listeners a bit about you.
Well, so I was born in Swindon, born and bred. I left school, didn't know what to do. I eventually went back to night school in the college at Regent's Circus, which is not there anymore.
The old Swindon College building, I remember that.
Yes, it was pretty ropey when I was there. How it didn't fall down on its own, I don't know. But yeah, I did some A-levels part-time, then I went to uni in 1993. Graduated in 97, computer science, which is so dull, but the money's good. And then I started work in different parts of the country. I went to Birmingham, London, Edinburgh, York, and I was sort of used to getting up and moving. It was when I was doing contract work. It was around sort of millennium.
Yeah.
This huge millennium bug that didn't happen.
That didn't happen, yeah.
But people were paying fortunes for for just changing a date. So I thought I'll have some of that. And when I was moving around, I thought I didn't really have a sort of home anymore, no permanent residence. And then I was starting to think about moving abroad, because there was nowhere that I could see that I really wanted to stay.
Yeah.
Apart from Edinburgh. Edinburgh is a great city. So much culture there, and so fantastic architecture, and the history but it's really expensive.
Okay.
So yeah, I applied to emigrate, and that's what I did in 2005. I just saved up as much money as I could. Didn't have a job to go to. Just went to Calgary because at the time I had the best economy, so that was the best chance of getting a job. Took a chance, went over there, and it paid off.
Wow.
All the while, I mean, I've always been. I realised, I've always been a musician, but I just never really thought of it as a real job in inverted commas.
So with that, what were your musical influences that got you started?
Oh, everybody. I said predominantly I grew up in the 70s. I mean, there was so much variety, so it was diverse tastes. Like, most kids my age, we were watching Top of the Pops and things like that, and the disco and the glam rock, and the David Bowie with long hair and wearing a skirt, and Dad complaining, is that a man or a woman? That kind of. So there was all that going on, and then Dark Side of the Moon came out, and you think it's like that record scratch moment.
Yeah.
What's this?
Yeah.
So there was all that going on. I got me into bands like Yes and Zeppelin, Genesis, while still listening to other things. So it was a very diverse taste, and I think that sort of comes out in my album. I think of it more as a business card. I think because each track I purposely wanted to make different, because I do have a lot of different tastes. I think in almost every genre there's at least one gem that you can pick up.
So what song or what artist made you pick up that guitar and actually start to learn?
Rolling Stones.
Wow.
The first song I ever learned was Brown Sugar.
Oh, Brown Sugar in the...
Yeah. Without realising what the lyrics were about. I was just sort of focusing on the chords.
Yeah.
And I played that over and over again. Like, I think, if there's any guitarists out there that was learned when they were a kid, they would maybe relate to this, that, you try and play a bar chord and everything just go boop, 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 and you get more frustrated with it, and you start putting it down and you think, I'm never going to play it again, and then you pick it up 2 seconds later and try again.
Yeah.
Your fingertips are burning, and you can't stretch your fingers wide enough, and every time you go, as I say, you throw the guitar away, and then you
go back.
Then you pick it up again, and play it slowly. Every guitar's teacher says play it slowly and make it. Nobody ever takes any notice of that. You just go headlong into it, and you think, I'm going to be a star, and then you get really disappointed when you're not. When you don't sound like Jimmy Page, you sound like Elaine Page, I suppose. And then. Yeah, gradually through the years, you sort of pick it up, and then many years later, I moved into the piano. We had pianos at our house. We had two. One, for reasons best known to my dad, he smashed it up.
Oh.
Not intentionally, not angrily. He just chopped it up for firewood.
Oh right, okay. Was it a proper wooden?
Yeah, it was an upright. It wasn't very good. I
was going to say, perhaps it had woodworm or something.
Well, maybe not after he burnt it.
Well, no, that would be why he burnt it.
That's one cure. So yeah, many years later, I bought a keyboard of my own. I bought a Nord. If anybody out there knows what a Nord is, they're a Swedish instrument, red. It's a second-hand one. It's not, they're quite expensive, new. And regretfully, I had to leave it in Canada. I was there with a friend. I was looking after it, hopefully, if he's listening.
Yeah, do let us know.
Yeah. Yes. I had a Fender Jazz bass, which I bought over there too. It's from... it was made in 1979, and they're quite sought after. And this guy bought it with the intention of playing it, and he realised after a couple of weeks he wasn't going to be a bass player, so he kept it in a case under his bed for about 20 years.
Wow.
And when he opened it, it was like Tutankhamun's tomb. It's like all this dust came out of it and all this, and I saw this treasure in front of me. It even had the original manual in the original plastic bag.
Wow.
I thought, my God, you got to be kidding. And he said, I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said, I said, yep, sure. And he said, what, just like that? I said, yeah. You're kidding me? I said, yeah. I mean, I had to change the strings, obviously, because they're the original 20-year-old strings.
Gosh, yeah.
But yeah, everything was working on it, and I thought, yeah, it's just an amazing find. It's like finding a Mona Lisa in your cupboard.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's over in Canada too. So yeah, I couldn't bring it with me.
Oh, that's a shame. But you have come back to Swindon.
I have.
So have you got anything coming up that's maybe like a jamming session you're going to go to or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Not yet. Well, there's a few open mics that have opened up.
There are. And obviously I think it's once a fortnight, or it's definitely once a month, the Vic do a jamming session.
Right.
So that on a Wednesday night, I think it is.
Okay.
So you can always go along to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you are right. There are lots of open mic nights that's opening up again.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one at the Raleigh as well. Well, the Rollerstones, it was in my day.
That's now closed. It's just closed, yeah.
Oh, what a shame.
Unfortunately, yes, it was in the news this week to say that unfortunately, they're closing their doors.
Oh, what, the pub?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, no. I thought it had only just been taken over.
It had, yeah. Yeah, but unfortunately, it's...
Oh, what a great shame.
It is such a shame, because it's always good when you have that music venue come back and people are booking. But yeah, unfortunately, it's closed again.
Oh, what a pity.
Yeah, it is. As I said, music venues are struggling, and the ones that are open have now got so much demand on them. It's just hard for musicians, really, as well as venues.
Yes, well, pubs are really finding it tough with the business rates.
Yeah,
like
exactly. So trying to get someone booked for a reasonable rate is the only way I'm going to put it.
Yes.
Unless they don't mind performing for free or performing for a pint. So
I've done that before.
I think some of the open mic nights do that.
Yeah.
You perform, you get a pint. So yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
It is.
It had level 3 as well. I don't.
That was underneath.
You remember?
No, level 3. Yeah, that was underneath the Rollerstone. But unfortunately, that's linked to there.
Yeah, I couldn't work that out. If it's underground, why is it called level 3?
It was.
It's probably good.
No, there's a reason for that. I'll tell you that when we play your song.
All right.
So this is so we are going to play your song.
All right.
So this one is "This Is Your God."
Ah, right. Yeah.
So what's the story behind this one?
This was during lockdown. Most of these songs were done during lockdown. This is when I was so during lockdown I was watching TV and there were so there were a lot of people that were suffering either from the disease itself or or they knew someone that did or that unfortunately maybe somebody had died from it and they couldn't go to their funerals because of the restrictions. And just the loneliness of it as well. When you couldn't go out, you couldn't socialise, not in person. And I thought, well, if there is God up there, then why aren't you doing something about it?
Well, here it is.
And there was a church near where I lived, and there were still people going to the gathering, even though I think they were exempt at one point, because basically it just caught everybody off guard. I mean, governments didn't know what to do. I think some things are allowed, some things aren't. And basically, they just didn't know, and we didn't. It was all very new, and nobody in our lifetime had experienced anything like that. So the people at church, you can see all this suffering around you, and yet people are still praying for what? And you think if you do have a God, then what's he doing? Why isn't he helping us? So that's basically what this is about.
Okay.
So I'm going straight to hell.
Here you go. This is your God.
This is your God that lets the dying die alone. This is your God that ignores your children. you love us, what are you waiting for? If you see what we're seeing, what are you waiting for? If you love us, what are you waiting for? If you see what we're seeing, what are you waiting for?
So what are you waiting for?
Well, whatever it is, it's not coming. Maybe it's on when H2O gets built.
HS2.
HS2, that's the one. It's so fabulous. I've forgotten now. Maybe it's coming down by the river if it's H2O. But yeah, well, it's more of a rhetorical question, I suppose. You know, if we're going to help, we have to help ourselves, I think.
It's very true. It's very true. So talking of helping yourselves, you are a bass player.
Yes, predominantly, yeah. Yeah, the reason why I did this album is because, as I said before, you know, I didn't have a band and I didn't have anybody else to play off, and there are several people around town that you know, it's a guy with a guitar, and I didn't just want to be another one, because there are already people that do it really well. You know, there's people like that I've met since I've been back. A guy called JP Oldfield.
He's brilliant.
He's very
good.
Josh
is,
yeah, because he's a very underrated.
I have that as a recording, a song actually, The Devil's Bar and Grill.
Yes.
I have that with the kazoo. He's amazing.
Yeah, we did the Swindon Shuffle together last year. He was on after me, and he got his guitar out. You know, that it's not a national guitar, but it's that kind of. I think it's aluminium body. Not sure it's metal, but it's as heavy as hell. He's going to have a bad back when he's older, that's for sure. So does him, Mexican Dave as well, which is also very good. I don't know if you've heard of him, but he's very good. And Josh Crumry.
Yeah, he was on a few weeks ago. Yeah, Josh Crumry. Yeah,
I listened to his album, I'm Alright, the single rather.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very good in all. It's the subject matter, the way it builds slowly, and you know, finishes on a positive note. Have you seen the video of him somewhere in the South Coast, I guess? I think it's said on the album, but you know, it's very good. Very good.
No, he came.
So I can't compete with these guys. I just want to be a bass player in the background.
No, he came in and played live a couple of weeks ago, actually, in the studio. Because obviously you played live for the anniversary.
Yes.
For our marathon, whereas Josh wasn't available for the marathon, so he came on my show the Tuesday straight after, which was really, really nice.
Yeah, I did listen to it.
He was a lovely chap to talk to. So very lovely chap. So yeah, but no, you are right. So if any bands out there need a bass player,
yep.
Where can they find your details to contact you?
I am on all the usual things: Instagram, Facebook. My album is on Spotify, iTunes, and other right-wing organisations. If you like what you hear tonight, then tell your friends. If you don't, then keep it to yourself.
And that's under Paul Cann, which is 2 N's.
2 N's.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Paul Cann.
With a hyphen. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm on there, so yeah, if you're looking for a bass player, drop me a line.
Fair enough, yeah. Now, I'm just checking the time, so we have got about 7.5 minutes left before we play your last song, which is Charlie's Cart Horse. So this one's an instrumental.
Yes.
So obviously different from the other 3 we've played already this evening.
Yeah.
What made you go for an instrumental?
Well, I wanted to experiment with different things. A lot of my tracks are all mostly derivative, there's a rock track that you just heard, and there's a kind of folky, things. What does it mean to you? And a ballad and things like that. This one, for any musicians out there, if you'll know what I'm talking about. With rock and roll or blues, there's basically a 1-4-5 pattern. Although it's the first chord in the scale, the fourth, and then the fifth. And it's usually a major scale or minor blues. I did this in diminished chords. Diminished chords sounds a bit quirky. They're kind of, it's like a minor chord but with a flattened fifth note as well, and it sounds pretty awkward. So I did a 1-4-5 in a with all diminished chords. I said to the producer, I just want to do something, out there. And that was one of my favourite memories of recording that song, because he was well into that too. He was a good musician in his own right, and he's done covers and his own stuff. And when I said I wanted to do something different, he just had this broad smile on his face. So I thought I picked the right guy. So when we were doing it, I played him and everything, and he said, "Yeah, we can do that." So as we built the song, typical recording studio, he's got instruments everywhere on the walls, guitars, banjos, I think all the Thunder Cup. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, what's that?
It's if you imagine a large coffee mug, made out of cardboard, and at the bottom of it, it attaches a spring which is about maybe quarter of an inch in diameter. And it falls all the way to the floor, like about 4 feet. And as you shake the cup, the string vibrates, and the sound comes through the cup, and it sounds like thunder. And it comes in waves, and then again, until it stops vibrating.
Wow!
It's the kind of thing you could get on a Prophet 5, but you'd have to spend about $2,000 on this synthesizer, and a Thunder Cup costs about 15 quid, something like that. So saves you a bit of money. He had one of those, and as soon as I heard it, I thought, we got to use that somehow. With it being a cup, you think, well, you can think, what does it sound like if I put coins in it? Or, my house keys or something like that. I mean, we're charging around the studio, thinking, let's do this, let's do that, let's record this, and, I know a lot of it was, we didn't use, but
you don't know until you try.
We don't. And that's what this is all about. He had a 6-string banjo, which is unusual. You get 5-string banjo or 4-string. They're different tunings to a regular guitar. 6-string is exactly like a guitar. So I thought, yeah, let's do that. Instead of playing on a guitar, just play it on the banjo. We're in Alberta after all. It's very much sort of country place. And the title, Cart Horse, as I found out from Stephen Fry on QI, is an anagram of orchestra. Yeah, I know. People at home thinking they're working it out, aren't they?
Yeah.
If you write down Cart Horse and rearrange the letters, it
it's
is
orchestra. Yeah, you are right.
And Charlie's is illegal white powder that we don't talk about.
Yes, we don't talk about. Yeah.
We don't even mention that in the show. No, nothing about that at all, ladies and gentlemen.
Talcum powder.
Absolutely. So the idea was to have this rearranged orchestra and just, influenced by something and just something, and just go wild with it. So, as I mentioned the modes earlier on, I mean, these are rules to go by, but without all creative people, the best ones, they learn the rules and then they break them.
Of course.
So that's what this was about. That's why it sounds a bit weird. But I've had people say that it's the best track on the album. I thought, they must be a bit weird as well, or maybe. So yeah, that was probably the most fun I'd had recording. When we were going around the studio, I said, try this, try that. The time went by so quickly, and after it, I realised I've been wasting my life. This is what I should have been doing all along, instead of, doing computer science and programming and all that rubbish.
But you don't know exactly sometimes, do you? You have to. Life gets in the way, or life changes as well.
It does.
So then that's when you realise that you should have been doing something, but
I'm doing it now.
Exactly.
That's the point.
Exactly, you are. Now, before we play Charlie's Cart Horse, again, let our people know how they can find you, especially if they're after a bass player.
My details are on Facebook and Instagram. I've got a TikTok that I don't really use. If you phone into the station, perhaps I can give you my email address. Or
Email the station,
Or I can give it now. If you want.
Yeah, you can give your email address.
Well, there are several. There's one, probably the best one is egos and weirdos, all one word, at gmail.com. And let me know.
Egos and weirdos.
Yeah, that's actually a track from the album that I didn't submit.
I was going to say, have you got any plans for another EP or something going to come out?
Oh yeah,
or?
I've always got plans, just I haven't got the money. Yeah, I'm going to have to endeavour to do it at home somehow.
Do your own thing, yeah?
Yeah, which is harder because I prefer to work with someone else.
Have you just ever thought of working with another producer?
I would, yeah.
There's, I'm going to give him a shout out. So there's Brandon Clark. He goes by the band name or the musician name Weather without any of the vowels.
Oh.
So WTHR, Weather.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's pretty good. I would say go and speak to him. I can give you his contact details.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, definitely be worth a shout out.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting up with my voice.
Thanks for putting up with mine.
So this is Charlie's Cart Horse by my guest Paul Cann. Thank you very much for joining us. So I've been Peggy Sue. This has been Don't Stop the Music Radio Show, and we'll see you on the next one. Good night, everyone.